like we know the place where we're going to is going to be a whole lot better than where we are, but we love where we are so much that we're not willing to budge. We get so used to our environments and don't sleep. It's so many environments that are harmful to us. But when somebody introduced Christ to us, it's like, no, man, you're trying to infringe on my territory. But if you come to Christ, it's going to be a whole lot better. Like those times when you're getting drunk every weekend, someone's like, hey, dude, you ain't got to do that. Christ loves you. I know, but you know what I'm saying? I'm good though. I only have 2 or 3, 4 or 5. But after that, I'm good. Look, Paul is saying you need to be adopted because the environment where you're at right now is going to kill you. And even in an environment when somebody tries to hold you accountable, knowing that sex before marriage, fornication is wrong. And you know you're not about to watch no movie, but you call them anyway. Hey, you want to come over and watch a movie? Yeah, I want to watch a movie. What you got? And the new joint. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, for real? I didn't seen it like 3 times, but I still come over anyway. And somebody's like, hey, dude, or even to the girl, hey, I know you really like him. It's kind of late. It's like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Do you really think you need to be going over there? Because if he didn't call you at 6 and he waited to this time, that don't sound like he's trying to say, hey. And people are trying to pull us out, but we resist. Why? Because we love the environment that we're in. Cheating on tests, masturbation, watching pornography, all types of things, stealing, lying. People are trying to pull you out, but you're comfortable in your environment. And somebody's trying to say, look, man, you need to be adopted. Because where you are, you're going to lead towards destruction. And this is exactly what Paul was telling Ephesus. Ephesus, look, you're going in a drain. You need to be adopted. And you're not just being adopted, but you're being accepted into the household of God. Somebody say, we need to be adopted. We need to be adopted. Gio. Everybody say cool. Cool. All right, need to be adopted. Not going to be before you long. Let's go back. Everybody turn back to Ephesians chapter 1. And I want you just to read the first sentence. Just read the first sentence. That's it. Don't read it out loud. Just read it to yourself. If you ain't got a Bible, look on somebody with a Bible. I think sometimes we forget, we call stuff Bible study. And it's like, man, they studied the Bible in there. Well, hey, the title gave it away. Anybody want to scream out loud what the first, is it the first sentence? Yeah, what the first sentence say? Somebody, anybody scream.
Verse 3.
Verse 1. I said first sentence. And how about this? It says, first sentence in the chapter. Woo! Don't find this work for me. I'm sorry, y'all. I know Troy started off in verse 3. I know it can be confusing. All right, Ephesians chapter 1, verse 1. Paul says, an apostle of Jesus Christ by the will of God, to the saints who are in Ephesus. To the saints who are in Ephesus. We're going to park right there and we're going to unpack that in a matter of 10 minutes. Can we do it? Yeah. Come on, say it like you can. Say it like you believe. Can we do it? Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. If we're going to unpack it, this means I got to talk a little bit faster, which means you got to pick up it, which means you then going to have to talk to somebody that was in here with you to make sure that you ain't missed nothing, which means you had to sit down and eat dinner with somebody. Cool? Good. Great. That means you got fellowship with Christians. It was a setup the whole time. Okay, so let's go back. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 1. It says, to the saints at Ephesus. Now, understand this. Ephesus. Troy gave a lot of background to it. But the crazy thing about this is this. The significance of him saying to the saints at Ephesus, now they are Ephesians. It means that, look, naturally, the people there were Gentiles. Everybody say Gentiles. Gentiles. This means they were like pagans. Like they weren't Jews. And Jews were God's chosen people all the way back to Abraham. And so now because they're pagans, now they're Gentiles, it's like this. When Paul greets them and says, saints in Ephesus, it creates a tension in my brain. Because how can you be a saint and you're a pagan Gentile worshiping Diana? Everybody say, Which means that either he was talking to everybody in Ephesus or he was just talking to a select few. Everybody say, Because he was only talking to a select few, he said to the saints in Ephesus, which means I'm calling those out who truly believe that Jesus Christ died and rose from the dead. So it kind of be like me writing a letter to JMU. To the saints at JMU. Is that including everybody? Nope. Is it including people that call themselves Christians? Nope. It's including the people that live like they are Christians. Right? So because we go back here and we see the saints at Ephesus, it's crazy because I was thinking about it. If you look back in the Jewish culture, to say that you're a Gentile Christian is almost an oxymoron. It's like this, somebody say, to be a Gentile Christian is like, well, you weren't supposed to be a part of this faith anyway, because I'm a Jew, I'm circumcised, I got it all together. I was called out from the beginning. But then what Paul goes in and says that, look, you are a saint and you are an Ephesian, which means you are a Gentile. And this is the greatness about this love letter, which means without Jesus Christ, they would have never even had a chance to hear from Paul. Which means without Jesus Christ, they would never have a chance to even have an opportunity at life and life everlasting. So what happens is when he says saints at Ephesus, he's now calling out a select group of people. That makes sense? And now, so when we look at Gentiles as like oxymoronic Christians, it's almost like in modern day terms, it would be like this. To the Christians that actually read their Bible. That's what he's talking about. Because a lot of people proclaiming to be Christians, he could have just said to the Ephesians, but he said to the saints. So how about to the Christians that actually pray and fast? See, this is modern day language. To the Christians that actually, seek God first before they consult anybody else. And so when Paul writes this love letter, he's writing to the people that also love God. And now, because they are Gentile Christians, they are Christians in Ephesus, they're not even at home anymore. They don't even belong to the culture that they came up in. The culture they came up in, they had the seventh wonder of the world, Diana. Now, everybody go to Acts 19. Acts 19. If you can't flip fast, write fast. Acts chapter 19. Now, here's your homework. Go back and read all that so you can understand more of what we talked about. Acts chapter 19. Now, quick background. Paul, he goes on a lot of missions. He spent about 3 years in Ephesus ministering to these guys, ministering to these people, ministering to these Gentiles. And they finally got converted. When he leaves, Priscilla and Aquila, they come and start a church. So it's kind of like this. Let's say Derek, I'm just use Derek as an example. Let's say Derek go all the way to Australia. Derek spent 3 years in Australia, okay? And Derek just started making converts. He had a couple Bible studies. And then because let's say Darren went with him and Lynette went with him, okay? So we got a couple people that went with Derek. Derek comes back from Australia back to America. Lynette and Darren there in Australia said, man, all these converts, they need a place to worship. So they started a church for the people that Derek converted. Make sense? Okay, I know that was fast. So this is the same thing what happens with Paul. He goes, he ministers to these people for about 3 years. Everybody say about 3 years. Give or take, a couple months. It's about 3 years though. All right, so he ministers to them for about 3 years, and these people get converted. They love Jesus. And Priscilla and Aquila, which is a guy and a girl, which is crazy. We can talk about that another time. Priscilla is the guy. Priscilla is the girl. Aquila is the guy. Some crazy Greek name or something like that, right?